journey so far had taken me from Renmark Bridge to Mildura, a distance of over 1400 kilometres. Restrictions and all the locks between Mildura and the Murray mouth had forced me to abandon my journey in February. I've now returned to Mildura some 8 months later to continue my paddle to the Murray mouth.
Are your feet cold? Good luck, mate. Good luck. I'll be talking to you.
You get plenty of practice. That's a long way, that first.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we're just going under the bridge near Wentworth. After 7.5 months, I've finally decided to start or continue the journey from the Murray to the Murray mouth near Gulwa. I left Mildura at about 8:30 this morning. It's now about 2 p.m. and I've probably got 35k under my belt, so I've probably got another 5 or 6k. I'm a little bit out of neck, haven't paddled at all since I stopped in February, but I imagine I'll just take the first few days anyway to get a bit of paddling fitness back in, and hopefully I won't strike too many windy days, and I hope to complete this last leg of the journey to the Murray mouth in about 3 weeks. We are at the lock at Wentworth. Leaving the lock at Wentworth. Morning everybody. It's the third day of my continuance of my Murray River paddle. I'm about 94 kilometres downstream from Mildura, and this is the third day of my trip. I've an estimated 22 days, hopefully, fingers crossed. Got a pretty leisurely start this morning. I have to get to lock 9. I think by 11 they go to lunch. So if I'm not going to make it by 11, I may as well just take my time and get there. When I get there and wait if I have to until I think they start back at about 1. So I didn't want to bust my boiler and get there before 11 and find I was a bit late. I had to wait a couple of hours. So take it easy. I think I've got about 16 kilometres to go to the actual lock. And once I'm through that, I've got another 50 or 60k to lock 8, and so on. Until eventually I get down to through all the locks, lock 1, and then on to Lake Alexandrina. I'll catch us all later. At lock 8, so I'm just waiting for the lock keeper to come down and let me in. A little bit further than I thought, so I've miscalculated my time a bit. Just waiting in the lock chamber now for the lock master to let me out the other end. I was going to have a shower here, but I've miscalculated the time, and I want to try and get, as I said, as many k's in before the afternoon, because the wind's picking up already, so no fun into a headwind. It's not always a headwind though. When you do hit one, they're not very much fun at all. Right, we're through the lock, through lock 8, and I'm heading towards lock 7 now, which they tell me is 29k away, so hopefully if everything's fairly good I might get there today, but if that wind picks up this afternoon I'm not going to do too much more than that. It's painful. Anyway, time to get a bit of paddling done, so I'll catch all you guys later. Absolutely wonderful, fantastic wilderness. To our left here, the Victorian side of the river, you've got the Murray Sunset National Park. It's up in the northwest of Victoria. It's things like this that make it all worthwhile. I'm about to enter the lock chamber, lock 7. Right, leaving lock 7. A lot of dead cormorants in the water. I don't know what's happened to them. I thought they could swim. Okay, so I've done probably 42k today. I just spoke to the lock keeper at lock 7, Tim, and he tells me the next lock will be in South Australia, so that's exciting. But it's about 83k away. So that's 2 days paddle. 2 days good paddle for me, optimistically. But he said there's a place called Customs House about 57 kilometres downstream from here where they sell food and alcohol. So, not that that's not all about alcohol, there's more to life than that, but it just gives me a bit of incentive to get there and resupply. So I didn't think I'd be able to resupply till I got near Renmark, which is still a fair way away. So, about to look for a camp, so see you later guys. This part of the river is called Devil's Elbow. It's amazing how limestone and other sediments have deposited over millions of years and then been cut through by the Murray River. Well, that's unusual. I just went past the New South Wales South Australia border and didn't even realise it. I thought there was a sign there, but what made me think something was different is that the 2 kilometre markers along the river, which are normally on the New South Wales side, now appeared, I thought, on the other side, which I was thinking the Victorian side, but it's actually on the South Australian side of the river. But I still haven't reached the second border, which is the Victoria South Australia border. And when they drew up the borders, South Australia, New South Wales and Victoria, if you look at it on an atlas, it looks like a straight line down the eastern side of South Australia, but it's not. There's a big gap. It doesn't join on the Murray River like it appears to. So I'm actually now in Victorian South Australian waters. The river no longer belongs to New South Wales, so that doesn't make any difference. But hopefully we'll see the marker, the demarcation marker for the South Australia-Victoria border, which is, I'm thinking, about 12 kilometres downstream. Anyway, hopefully I'll show you that. Thank you. See you later. Can't say that's not spectacular. I'm officially in South Australia. I've just crossed the Victorian South Australia border and have arrived at a beautiful bend in the river bordered by this magnificent cliff. Just love the colours. No, you're right. Yeah, I went back up to Queensland, went home for a while. I'm from Mildura originally, but I live in Rocky. And I waited for about nearly 3 weeks in Mildura for everything to sort it, and I thought, no, it's a bloody mess, poor buggers. All the caravan parks are all flooded, and you guys were all bloody repairing stuff, and I didn't feel like portaging around every lock.
No.
But I'm here now.
That's good, mate. I heard you were coming down. Someone gave me the heads up you were coming.
Yeah, Tim at lock 7.
Yes. Tim, I think it was Tim.
Yeah, I got here quicker than I thought. He said it's about 84k to here.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to get here this afternoon.
Yeah. You got a bit of water behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, surprisingly, it's good. It's a good surprise, actually.
Yeah. Beautiful weather.
Oh. Just leaving lock 6, first lock in South Australia. So I got a lot further than I thought I would. I thought it'd be another hour or two to get here, so it's a pleasant surprise. So I've got another 12k to do today, and then I'll park it up, and hopefully, now that I realise I'm a bit further on than I thought I was, I might get to Renmark tomorrow, which would be good. No biggie if I don't. I'll certainly, if I don't get there tomorrow, I'll get there early on Friday morning. Anyway, onward and up, but that's always a pleasant surprise when you've gone further than you really thought you did. Hi everybody, it's about 1:30. on Thursday, and I'm about to enter the city of Renmark. I'm going to stay a couple of nights here, so I'm going to have a rest day tomorrow, which will be great, and I'll recover a bit. Been bashing into a headwind for the last hour and a half, so it hasn't been a lot of fun, but it's settled down now. So I booked a powered site. I didn't actually book a unit. Booked a powered site, which is supposed to be right on the riverfront, so I'll be able to get access to the kayak. Sometimes when you book a unit, you've got to drag the bloody kayak quite a way up to the unit. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later and try and find this caravan park. That is actually a houseboat, a house on a boat. It's a really big paddle steamer, the Murray River Queen. Showing her age a bit. About to go under the bridge at Baringa, just downstream from Renmark. The river's quite high at the moment, so any houseboats going through here would have the bridge lifted. That big gantry is above us. Frightened the heck out of me then. The truck's going straight over the top, Baringa Bridge. Anyway, we've left Renmark at about 10 to 9 on a Saturday morning, heading to Berry. Hopefully I'll be there mid-afternoon, although there's some forecasts of some fairly strong winds later on, so see how I go. Just approaching the lock, or lock 5, just waiting for the lock keeper to open the lock chamber and I'll go through. How are you? Good. Yeah, no, it's been nice the last few days.
Yeah.
Okay, we're through lock 5. Now we're heading another 45 to lock 4, but Berry is before that, so I'll probably camp somewhere near Berry, or maybe even a caravan park if there's one on the water. Never know your luck in the big city. Okay, thanks guys, I'm going to get started. Serious paddling done now, so I'll catch us all later. Just going past the ferry near Berry. I better get going past him so I can go back across. You probably can't see that, but there's a whole heap of swallow nests up under Undercroft on the cliff. It's about 10:05 on a Sunday morning, and I'm just waiting at lock 4 for the lock keeper to let me into the lock chamber. Morning. Good mate, thank you. Thanks mate. You too. See you, mate. We're just leaving lock 4. Nice day so far. Hope it stays that way. Catch you later, eh? Just going past a place called Watchtel's Lagoon. It's just upstream from Kingston on Murray. It's probably doesn't do it justice on here, but it's quite a big lake. I'm not going to go in there, I'm going to keep paddling because I'm trying to knock over a few Ks today. But while the weather's still fairly calm, because there's a forecast for strong winds on Saturday, so the prevailing winds down this way are normally from the west or the south or the southwest, and that's exactly where I'm heading. So if it really blows up, I may not get a lot of Ks done on Saturday. It'll be a good day to have a rest. But I got a little bit excited just then because we passed the 400 kilometre to go mark. Now, in the old days, the old river distance, that would have been 2,000 kilometres from the river's source up near Mount Kosciuszko. But the distance now is slightly shorter because the river has found new ways of getting to the sea, so there's cut-throughs and some of the old river bends are basically now billabongs. But I'm excited because 400k to go, you know, managing 40k a day, sometimes a little more, so there's represents probably 10 days left. Touch wood. Now the forecast for the next few days is not too bad, but Saturday is for strong winds, so there's every possibility Saturday I won't get a lot of mileage. I will try and get some, but because I can maintain just over 40k a day normally, I can make up for that. Not that it's a race in any case, I've got plenty of time, but I'm probably thinking 10 days next Thursday, Friday, hopefully, and then if the weather is good on Lake Alexandrina, it should be relatively straightforward to get to the mouth. Anyway, I better not think too far ahead because it's always going to get you in strife, isn't it? I'm about, I think, probably 15k upstream from Waikerie. So there's every chance I might stay there tonight and get a feed, wash my clothes, wash me, okay, and then head off again tomorrow morning. I'm trying to get coverage on the ABC so I can listen to the Cup. Not that I'm a big racing fan, but it is an iconic event, so I wouldn't mind listening to it. Anyway guys, I'll catch you later. Eh? Just waiting for the Waikerie ferry to go across. Pretty busy this afternoon.